Welcome all for the happy learning in data structures and algorithm, and today we are continuing with our fifth module. Under fifth module we are going to see the fourth session, which is about graph traversal. We already know what is graph. Graph is nothing but a non-linear data structure, and it is defined by G is equal to V of V. What is V here? V is number of vertices and E is number of edges. So the vertices and edges connected together reflect on graph. Now we will see what is graph traversal and what is the need for graph traversal. First we will see what is the need for it. Graph traversal is needed for the purpose of searching an element. We know that data structure is nothing but an organizing a data into a specific manner so that your raw data is being converted into an useful information, and you are supposed to store the data and retrieve the data from the database. Okay, to retrieve back, we perform the operation of searching, where this graph traversal helps in searching. Okay, here we define the graph traversal as the process of checking or updating each and every vertex in a graph. For each and every execution, our vertices of a graph get changed by the values based on the operation we perform. So purpose of searching is to check out those process, check out those updation in the vertices. It is also known as graph search. We are going to search on either an element, or you are going to find the updation which is already existing graph. And here in graph traversal, exactly every node has to be visited at least exactly at once. In graph traversal, we will be visiting each and every node exactly once. This type of traversal, you say it as graph traversal, and we classify the traversal into two categories. First is depth first search, and it is said to be DFS, and the second one is breadth first search, and which is said to be BFS. Those are all the two ways for traversing a graph. First we'll start with BFS, that is breadth first search traversal. Okay, as the name suggests, we will be traversing each and every vertices in the graph breadth-wise. That is, it will be visiting the neighbor vertices rather than its child node. Okay, since each and every graph has the neighbor vertices adjacent to it, in BFS, each and every neighbor vertices are visited first or traversed first before visiting the child vertices. Okay, and each and every time when we vertex, we place them into the queue and we store the data and we retrieve from the queue. Okay, here the traversal is done breadthward motion. This is applicable here. We will be traversing through the breadthward motion way of visiting the graph. And the other application, to find the shortest path, will be comparing with our neighbor node, and BFS is applied to find the shortest path from one vertex to the other. Okay, the main purpose of BFS is to find the shortest path which is closest to the root node. Okay, in this algorithm, BFS algorithm will be visiting each and every node exactly once in the breadth-wise fashion. That is, it will be visiting the node and the neighbor node rather than its child node. This will be continued until it reaches the leaf node. That is, until it visits entire nodes in a tree. Here, all your neighbor nodes will be visited first, and followed by the parent nodes, followed by the children nodes. So after visiting all your child nodes, after visiting the neighbor nodes, your child node will be visited in case of BFS. See here, it is an example for a BFS. So we'll start from the levels. We know what is the level of a graph. So our root node will be at the level 0. So we'll be first visiting the level 0th node. So what is there in the level 0? We have A. So A will be visited first, and then if we have further nodes, we'll be visiting the further nodes in the same level. But since it is a root node, we have only one node at the level 0. Then we go to the level 1. In level 1, we have B, C, D. So it will be visiting B first, followed by C, followed by D. breadth-wise traversal is done here. So after completing the first level, it goes to the next level. We have level 2 where we have E, F, G, H. So we'll be visiting E followed by F followed by G followed by H. So this is BFS traversal. Next we'll see the algorithm for breadth first search. Here we'll be starting with the root vertex which is at the level 0, and after visiting that we'll go to the level 1 and we will be visiting all the nodes at the level 1 and then followed by the level 2. So we'll be completing the traversal of a graph until we reach the last node, last level of the graph. Here is an example for BFS. The root node is S. First we visit S, followed by A, followed by B, followed by C. So first we have completed the first level at 0. We have visited S. Then we come to this first level. First level we have A, B, C. We'll be visiting that. Followed by the second level. In the second level we have D, E, F. So we'll be visiting D, E, F, and finally the third level where we have G. So finally G will be visited. So when we draw the adjacency matrix, this is what matrix table we'll be getting. Since it is of G, we have 7 into 7 matrix, 8 into 8 matrix, and will be wherever there is an outgoing edge, we'll be marking 1. We'll be considering the integrity, and wherever we don't have the integrity, we'll be marking 0. So the final traversal we'll be having S, A, B, C, D, E, F, and finally G. Now we'll see the routine for the BFS traversal. So what is the function we are doing? It is breadth first search, and where we are doing in the source, yes, from the graph sources. And initially we are starting with the first node, first level to the last level. So we are starting with the first level to the last level. We will be visiting all the nodes. So the visitor nodes initially we have not visited. So initially we mark that as visitor node to be 0. Okay. After visiting each and every node, we will be placing the value of that node in a queue. Okay, you will be performing NQ operation. What is NQ operation here? Queue, what is the data we have? We create a new queue and we will be placing the visited node value in that queue. The queue of S. From the source S, we will be placing the inserting the value. We will be NQing the values to the new queue. We use a file function. If the list is empty, it specifies that there is nothing in the queue. Okay, so again we use a if loop to visit each and every vertices. Whenever you visit a graph, visit a node, that will be marked as 1, and until you visit all the edges in the graph, you will be continuing the same operation. So this is what for the given diagram. The roots visited, we draw the adjacency matrix, and the visited roots will be placed in the queue. Initially we will be visiting S, so S is placed in the queue and queued in the queue, then followed by A, so we are placing A. Initially your queue is empty. Okay, so initially when you don't start processing any operation, initially it will be in -1 position, so you are marked as empty over there. Then you will be visiting A followed by B followed by C. So the first level, it is A, B, C. After that, what we have, when you perform DQ operation, A will be removed, so you will have B, C, then you will be visiting D. Okay, since we are considering only 3 nodes, wherever we have 1, we will be placing that in the, we will be performing NQ operation, and wherever you have 0, we will be performing DQ operation. This is about BFS. What is the application of BFS? Based on the breadth first search, we are going to find the shortest path from one source to the other source using few algorithms, which are Prim's Dijkstra's algorithm. From one source to the other source, the distance is calculated. This is what the application we have for the BFS. And we can implement BFS to solve few of the problems. To check whether the graph is connected, we implement BFS concept, and to find the spanning forest of a graph, we implement BFS, and for computing the number of edges in every vertex, we follow the concept of BFS. And we'll see what is the advantage we have with the BFS. Here, this BFS is very useful for analyzing the nodes in the graph, and to find the ultimate goal of BFS is to find the shortest path to traverse from one node to the other. Okay, and you can traverse in the smallest number of iterations, since you are going to visit the adjacent nodes, and since you are going to complete your process level wise, you will be able to traverse the graph in a limited number of iterations. And the architecture of BFS is simple and it is easy to implement, and the accuracy level we have in BFS is comparatively high. Next method of graph traversal is DFS. In depth first search, DFS is nothing but depth first search. Here we will be following a pre-ordered traversing for often all the nodes in a graph. We will be traversing depth wise rather than the breadth wise, that is the root node followed by a children's, followed by further children's of the particular node. We will be traversing each and every node in the depth wise manner. We will consider this diagram. So what we start with is, then we visit A, followed, we are going to traverse depth wise, so level wise, and before completing the entire nodes in a level, we will be visiting the level wise data depth wise, that is S followed by A followed by D, then we have G, then we have E, then we have B, then again you have a connection between G to F, so we will be visiting F, and finally C. This is what depth first search is. We will be traversing each and every node in the graph depth wise, and we will be drawing the matrix. Whenever you visit the nodes, you will be drawing the matrix for it, and with this you will be computing the traversal of the graph. So first you will be visiting S, then you will be visiting A, then we will be visiting D, then followed by G, followed by E, followed by B, and followed by B, G followed by F. We have two nodes, right? For G we have 3 outgoing degrees, D, E, F. So from G we will have the further sub branch F. From F again we will be visiting C, and finally E, S, F, S, G will be your leaf nodes. So how do we traverse here? S to A to D, D to G, G to E, E to B. Again, since G has further branches, we can, the other right subtree is G to F, F to C. Okay, the algorithm for depth first searches, this is what the algorithm we have. So void DFS vertex V. So visited nodes you will be marking it as 1, and we will be checking with the adjacent node. Each and every node is compared with the adjacent node, and we will be marking that node as visited. So how do we insert? Here we will be using stack, whereas in DFS we were using queue, and in BFS you will be using, in DFS you will be using stack. So first initially yes, then you insert A, so TOS will be at A, then we traverse D, so your T will be incrementing your TOS, and D will be placed there. Next G again will be incrementing your TOS, and you will be placing G over there. This is how you place all the element, and when you pop, you can pop only at the top of the stack. This is all about tree traversal in the graph. Thank you all.